about the 80s, guys, 80s and 90s. Super Mario Switch Video World. Before I move on to the main parts of this episode, I need to thank one greatly special fan. Due to all his great support and great enthusiasm for each new episode of Video World, I'm dedicating this episode to you, Devlin. This little red-headed boy motivated me to make this one of the greatest episodes of Video World yet. So thank you so much, Devlin. You greatly deserve it. I worked really hard on this one so I could make this the best episode yet of Season 2. This episode is a great Christmas gift to you, Devlin, and everybody out there. It's time, TYME, to get you all super duper hyper hyped for Super Mario Switch and the Nintendo Switch! Here's your Christmas gift bag, shiny red, for that upcoming shiny Nintendo Switch. March 2017! That's just a few months away! And there's something written here on the tag. It says Episode 17, the Great 40 Super Mario Switch Predictions video. Okay, everybody, enjoy! And that N is for Nintendo. Hey everyone, I am the one, the only Tidy 80s guy, and welcome to episode 17 of Tidy 80s guys, 80s and 90s, a video world, yeah! I am greatly excited about this episode! And why is that? Because it is the Great Super Mario Switch Predictions video! Yay! Let me show you this. If you've never seen it before, it is my special back in the day Nintendo Entertainment System shirt. It's time for my Super Mario Switch predictions. Hello, it's me, Mario. And prediction 1 is that the game will be called Super Mario Switch or something very similar, or Super Mario Universe. Woohoo! Ha-ha! For my first prediction, I think that the game will be called Super Mario Switch or something similar to it because so many people have been using the name Super Mario Switch and Nintendo, as they have done many times in the past, like using their console's name in the games. Examples of this are Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Donkey Kong 64, Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario 64 DS, and more. If it's called Super Mario Universe, it's because it will combine elements of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and the Super Mario Galaxy series. And that is Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for those who've never played those before. Since I guessed the name of the last 3D-esque Mario game right, Super Mario 3D World, I'm going to guess that the game will at least have the word Switch in the title. So there you go. Hello, it's me, Luigi, and I'm so glad that that really scary Halloween is finally over. Wahoo! Okay, For prediction number 2, Tidy89 says that Bowser will have a partner in crime. This time I think that Bowser will partner up with a villain that has never ever been featured in a 3D Mario game. My guess would be Wart from Super Mario Bros. 2, or if this is called Super Mario Universe or features a lot of galaxy elements, then the evil alien Tatanga from Super Mario Land 1 and 2 could be Bowser's partner. So I'm going to guess that either one of these could team up with Bowser. On to the next one. Prediction number 3 is that Princess Peach will not be captured by Bowser, but instead Princess Daisy will. Over the last several years, a lot of people have wanted Princess Daisy to be featured in a main Mario game. So why not have Bowser and his partner in crime kidnap Princess Daisy from Ceresa Land, which would allow Princess Peach to be a playable character like she was in Super Mario 3D World. Prediction number 4 is that the hub world will be the Mushroom Kingdom. Instead of Princess Peach's castle or any other structure, the open world hub will be the Mushroom Kingdom, and it will be divided into many different sections, including towns that you can visit with different races of Mushroom Kingdom citizens, and shops where you can buy items. In these many different regions, you will find the entrances to about 8 to 10, maybe a little bit more or less, worlds in the form of paintings or shimmering walls or portals as a really cool throwback to the course entrances in Super Mario 64. These larger worlds will be able to be unlocked by collecting the right amount of power stars that can be found in other worlds, including the huge open hub world. There will also be a lot of smaller courses hidden throughout the hub world that could either be accessed by collecting enough power stars or by finding special keys in the main worlds or the hub to unlock these special secret courses. Prediction number 5 is that the keys will be a throwback to Super Mario World. Woohoo! This means that if you find one of these golden sparkling keys in one of the main worlds or the hub world, you take it to a sparkling keyhole floating in the air, just like you did in Super Mario World, but of course the keyhole wasn't sparkling. It was just there, suspended in the air. Then by carrying that key to the keyhole and touching the key to it, you will unlock hidden areas that could lead to power stars or some really cool power-ups, lots of gold coins, or other secrets. Oh, and to be thorough with the Super Mario World throwbacks, when you put the key in the keyhole, it opens up and goes, then it sucks you up in it, and maybe swirls and goes and disappears. So the classic Super Mario World keyhole opening, but with some modern twists. Prediction number 6 is that Yoshi is back! Wahoo! When you hit a block, you can reveal a Yoshi egg, or just find a Yoshi egg in an area and jump on it to free Yoshi. You hop on his back and you can move a lot faster with him. You can eat enemies, even grab keys with your tongue and carry them to the keyhole that way. Or you can even eat one of 4 different colors of Koopa Troopas. So we're going to have another Super Mario World throwback with this. Green Koopa Troopas, Yoshi just spits out. Red, he could breathe several fireballs. Blue, he can fly for a limited amount of time. And yellow, he can jump in the air and land on the ground and cause earthquakes. He may also be able to eat different fruits and vegetables that give him different powers, like he did in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Oh, and different colored Yoshis could have different abilities. So we'll see what happens. Prediction number 7 is that there will be new playable characters. Woohoo! I think that you'll be able to play as Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and your regular characters. But I think that we'll see the long-awaited 3D platforming return of Wario. Other than Wario World on GameCube, the only other 3D platforming game that he was in was Super Mario 64 DS. He's been a very popular character for many years now, and I believe it's way past time for him to return. He can use the shoulder charge attack. He can punch objects with his fist and break them like big stone blocks, or even kick them to break them. Or he can use his weight to press down switches that the other characters can't. And remember, like I said, I think that you might be rescuing Princess Daisy instead of Princess Peach. So when you rescue her at the end of the main game, then you unlock her as a playable character. I also think that Blue Toad will be replaced with Captain Toad. He won't be able to jump very high, but he'll be able to fit in like small gaps and find his way through mazes and use the mining and exploring equipment that's in his backpack. Maybe we'll even get to unlock Waluigi. It's going to be really interesting to see what his abilities would be, though.
Prediction number 8 is that there will be Toad houses in the hub world and the main worlds.
I think that there will be a lot of different colored Toad houses throughout the game. By gathering lots of coins in the main worlds or the hub world, you go in a Toad house and pay the Toad in charge of it the amount of coins needed to play a game to win power-ups, extra lives, or even more coins. I think that these will be mini games that are throwbacks to the picture matching and concentration card game where you have to match the pairs that are in Super Mario Bros. 3. Or you could just go in a Toad house and purchase a power-up from one of 3 treasure chests, just like Super Mario Bros. 3. Some Toad houses won't require you to spend any coins. You can just walk in there and open up the treasure chest and take the item and put it in your inventory. So there you go. Prediction number 9 is that you will have an item inventory for the first time ever in a 3D Mario game. Woohoo! Since I think that there will be a lot of shops and Toad houses throughout the game, and that you'll be using coins to purchase these items, I believe that you'll be able to carry more than one item at a time. I'm going to say you'll be able to carry between 5 and 10 items. This isn't an RPG, but I think that for the first time ever in a 3D Mario platforming game, they will allow you to do this.
Prediction number 10 is that the Koopalings will make their 3D platforming game debut. Wahoo! Oh, that hurt. Oh.
Well, the Koopalings have been featured in a lot of games lately. All of them were featured in Mario Kart 8, New Super Mario Bros. U, New Super Luigi U, and most recently Paper Mario Color Splash. I think that maybe in a throwback to Yoshi's Safari on Super Nintendo, the Koopalings will each pilot their own giant robot that you have to first destroy, then take on each Koopaling in classic Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World style with some modern twists. By defeating each one of them, you will win a Power Star and complete the final goal of an airship course. Prediction number 11 is that caps will play a big part in the game. Yippee! Remember that little shop at the beginning of the Day of the Dead town? And that 6 or 7 second clip of footage from the Nintendo Switch preview trailer? Well, the sign above the door said Crazy Cap. So I think that you can go inside and pay coins to purchase different caps. All 3 of the original caps from Super Mario 64 will be available to use. The wing cap will allow you to fly for a limited amount of time. The metal cap will turn Mario to metal and allow him to sink to the bottom of bodies of water and walk along the bottom of them, along with pressing down switches and destroying things simply by running through them. And the vanish cap will allow Mario to turn into a transparent multi-particle effect appearance, to run through walls, run through mesh barriers, run through fences, and run through security areas undetected. That will be its new feature for this game. I expect to see 2 to 3 new ones. One idea I have is the bullet bill cap. When you mash the appropriate button on your controller, a small bullet bill shoots out of the top of your cap forward and homes in on the closest enemy and explodes. Boom! We could even see the return of the Dragon Cap from Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, which shot out a steady stream of fire from the mouth of the dragon head that sits on top of the cap. As my best friend Daniel Duncan from Los Angeles, California, yes, where Louis Flouris the Flying Harmonica Fish is from, he and I too believe that these caps will not just be used to make the game easier, but to discover many power stars in the game.
Prediction 12 is that the frog suit and the hammer suit will make its debut in a 3D Mario platforming game. Woohoo!
The frog suit and the hammer suit have made a major impact on fans of the Super Mario Bros. Series since they debuted in their one and only appearance in Super Mario Bros. 3. So with the Nintendo Switch being a brand new console, this would be a great time, TYME, to bring back these classic items. The frog suit will allow you to have better swimming controls and will allow you to have a lot more air underwater. 3 or 4 times longer for each segment to deplete. You can also grab air bubbles underwater to refill it. The hammer suit will be much more rare. Rare, get it, Daniel Duncan? That one was for you. And you can destroy all kinds of tougher enemies and obstacles. Wouldn't that be really cool to be able to use this in the final battle against Bowser? To actually have no choice but to wear this because it is the only thing that would chip through a gigantic armored Bowser. How cool would that be? Prediction 13 is that hearts heal you, but coins don't. If you remember back in Super Mario 64, there were hearts that if you walked or ran through it, they would refill your health. Well, in that 6 to 7 second clip in the second area, the temple area, there's a heart in the distance. Well, after everything I've said about using coins to purchase items, then I think that there would be lots and lots of coins, and it would be way too easy to refill your health that way. So these hearts are scattered around, and when you grab one, it will refill 1 unit of your health. Defeating some enemies might even give you a heart. So what do you think about that?
Prediction 14 is that collecting 100 gold coins will no longer earn you a power star.
Well, with all the gold coins that I think will now be in the worlds and the courses, I think that it will be much too easy to collect 100 of them to earn a power star. So I think Nintendo has come up with more challenging ways to earn them.
Prediction 15 is that the gold rings are for time challenges. Woohoo!
In Super Mario 3D World, if you walked, jumped, ran, or rode through a gold ring, it gave you coins. Well, if you look back at the 6 to 7 second footage from the Nintendo Switch trailer, it showed a line of gold rings that would have been impossible for Mario to either jump or long jump through. So what I'm thinking is that a character like Luigi, who can jump really far, would be able to long jump through all 3 of them in 1 long jump. But the second a character goes through one of the gold rings, a timer starts, and then you have to run through all the gold rings before the timer runs out in order to get the power star or a power-up, or even a bunch of coins. No, I do not think that these gold rings mean that Sonic the Hedgehog will be in the game, as other people have thought. I could be wrong, but I'm really hoping that Sonic stays out of this game completely. Moving along.
Prediction 16 is that the red coin challenges are back. Yay!
Instead of having to collect 100 gold coins, I think that Nintendo decided that it would be more challenging to bring back the 8 red coin challenges, where you have to find all 8 red coins scattered about a certain area of a world or throughout a smaller course. Hopefully these will be the most interesting 8 red coin challenges yet.
Prediction 17 is that the purple triangles are purple star pieces. Woohoo!
Going back again to the 6 to 7 second clip, in the Day of the Dead town, there are purple triangles scattered about. Some are lined up in a vertical row above an umbrella. You can see others on a balcony. Well, in this Day of the Dead town, if you look in the sky, there appears to be a big moon and a bunch of stars. So right there is a sign that this could have a lot of Super Mario Galaxy series elements. That makes me think that the purple coin comet is back. But this time, the comet is a purple star that crashes into the world and shatters into many pieces. Then you only have so long to collect all the pieces of the purple star. The reason I think these are pieces of a purple star because every point of a star is shaped like a triangle. So once you collect all these purple star pieces, the purple star is reassembled and you win a power star. But once you've collected all the purple stars in the game, I think that you're going to unlock a secret character. And since they're purple stars, I think Waluigi could be making his first ever platforming game debut. Now, what do you think about that one?
Prediction number 18 is that this will be one of the first games for the Nintendo Switch to use the stamp book as achievements. Yay!
Xbox and PlayStation have had achievement systems for years. Xbox has the Gamer Score, which rewards you with different amounts of points for completing different tasks within the game. PlayStation has trophies in bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. But what did Nintendo have? Nothing! Nintendo has never had an achievement system that was universal to all their games on the Wii and the Wii U. The Wii U did have several games that had different stamps that you could use in Miiverse, but you discover them in the game after you unlock different things. But what if games on the Nintendo Switch all had stamps that you could earn by completing the achievements in the game? Say you stomp 200 Goombas in Super Mario Switch. Well, then you earn a Goomba stamp that you could use on Miiverse, and not just in the Miiverse community for Super Mario Switch, but for any game. Another example of a stamp that you could earn would be to defeat Bowser with only one health unit. Then you could get a special stamp of Mario throwing Bowser by the tail. But like I said, the cool thing would be that you could mix these stamps in with the stamps from other games and mix your first party Nintendo stamps with the stamps from the third party games. Remember on the Wii U with how your favorite websites were organized on the touchscreen of the Wii U gamepad. It was like a book and you flip through it left or right. This is also done with digital instruction manuals within the games on the Wii U. And it's rumored that the Nintendo Switch tablet will have a 6.2-inch multi-touch LCD screen. Well, what if you could pause a game at any time for the Nintendo Switch and pull up your stamp book for that game and flip through the pages of that stamp book? Or when you're at the main menu screen, you can choose the icon for stamp books and check out all your stamps for each game's stamp book. That would be so cool to have that and just really enhance Miiverse. Definitely, Nintendo, do not get rid of Miiverse. It was one of my favorite features on the Wii U. So keep on improving it. And with stamp books and being able to mix your stamps up and not be restricted to posting Super Mario Switch stamps in only the Super Mario Switch community, that's really cool right there. So do it, Nintendo! We know that you love to march to the beat of your own drum, and this, in my opinion, is an awesome way to do it. So like I said, do it, Nintendo!
Prediction 19 is that Amiibo will be used in the game. Woohoo!
It may not be on day one, but within the first month or two after Super Mario Switch is released, you can use Amiibo in Super Mario Switch. I think that there will at least be 5 playable characters like there was in Super Mario 3D World. But when you take one of these Amiibos and you scan it into the Nintendo Switch tablet, you transfer that character into the game. I don't think it will be characters like Little Mac or Link, but characters like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Kirby. Characters that are known for platforming. Oh, and this could be the very first time that Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario appear in a platforming game together. Nintendo and Sega could partner up and allow Sonic to be featured in a Mario platforming game. Maybe Bandai Namco could allow Pac-Man to be a playable character in this too. And he has been featured in platforming games since Pac-Land in 1984. Of course, we can't forget the Pac-Man World games or the Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures games either. Waka 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 waka. So we'll see what happens with this.
Prediction 20 is that the ice formations are actually made of glass.
In the last episode, I mentioned that I thought that all those ice mountains and mounds could actually be glass. Because, like I said, in the 90s Disney afternoon series Aladdin, there was an episode where the evil Greek genius Mechanicles used these giant scorpion robots to scorch the sand and turn it to glass. So what if fiery enemies like the Fire Brothers and Fire Snakes, these are enemies that are associated with the desert in Mario games, was using their intense heat combined with the sand to turn it to glass? What if it was such a powerful glass that the only item that could break it was the hammers of the Hammer Brothers suit? Maybe that's what's gonna happen.
Prediction 21 is that the angry sun will finally be making his long-awaited return. Yippee!
Many people have wanted the angry sun to return for years now. In fact, he has only been featured in one Super Mario game, and that was Super Mario Bros. 3, where the Fire Brothers and the Fire Snake first made their appearance. The angry sun could also be the main cause of the super duper strong glass formations in the desert region. In the Day of the Dead town and the temple area and the pyramid or whatever other areas that have to do with the desert.
Prediction 22 is that the Switch Palaces are finally back. Wahoo! Yippee!
Yep, it's another Super Mario World throwback because the one and only game that has ever had the Switch Palaces in the Super Mario series is Super Mario World. With this being a brand new kind of 3D Mario game, as Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, stated months ago, I see these Switch Palaces not just looking like giant switches with an exclamation point on them. I see them looking like their own courses, where the outside of them look like big palaces with multiple towers and lots of rooms, and all of it leads to the big exclamation point switch. What colors will each Switch Palace be? Well, I think they will be yellow, green, red, and blue. Just like in Super Mario World. As it was in Super Mario World, there will be dotted line blocks all over the worlds and courses and the hub world. After hitting the yellow switch and the yellow Switch Palace, the yellow dotted line blocks will become solid, and when you hit one, 5 or 10 gold coins will pop out. For the red exclamation point blocks, each one will have a wing cap. For the green exclamation point blocks, each one will have a metal cap. And for the blue exclamation point blocks, you guessed it, the vanish cap will be inside. There may also be a black exclamation point block and a white exclamation point block. The black exclamation point block might contain the bullet bill cap. The white exclamation point block might contain a boo cap. Yes, a cap that you would collect that would turn your character into a boo. And this would be similar to the boo mushroom in the Super Mario Galaxy series. There might even be a rainbow switch palace where hitting a rainbow exclamation point block will have a random cap or coins pop out when you hit it. These exclamation point blocks could also be used as stepping stones to special areas like they were in Super Mario World. So I think that pretty much sums all of that up on the Switch Palaces. What do you think?
Prediction number 23 is that the flood cap will be a brand new item. Woohoo!
To make the Super Mario Sunshine fans happy, and I'm not much of a fan of this game, it is the worst 3D Mario game next to Super Mario 3D World, which is not really 3D. But anyway, to make Super Mario Sunshine fans happy, Nintendo will put the flood cap in this game. Instead of having the whole flood backpack, the character who has on flood will reach up and grab the nozzles on the sides of the cap, and the flood spout that sticks out of the top of the cap will shoot water out of it at powers ranging from low and medium to high and blast power. You'll also be able to use flood to rocket up in the air. But just as before, in order to refill your flood cap, you have to find bodies of water. This could be puddles, ponds, streams, the sea, whatever. You'll rarely find this in blocks in the game. I think you'll probably have to purchase this in toad houses or item shops across the worlds and the hub world. I don't expect this item to be cheap either. I think it will cost you a lot of coins to buy these. Anyway, there it is for you. Flood cap!
Prediction 24 is that mud or sand blogs will be no enemies in this game. Wahoo!
There have been many different types of blargs in the Super Mario series. Blargs first appeared in Super Mario World, which are those big lava dragons that pop out of that lava when you're riding on those skull rafts and go GRRRR. They leap out of the lava and try to run into you. There's been blargs in the lava. There's been blargs in the water. There's been much bigger blargs in the lava. But there's never been a mud or sand blarg. Remember in that 6 to 7 second clip in the temple area, there was something that was burrowing up out of that sand. It could be the first ever sand blarg that would leap out of the sand and try to swallow Mario whole. In other areas, such as swamps or deep dark forests, there could be mud blargs. We'll find out in March.
Prediction 25 is that there will be Super Mario World enemies that have never been seen in a 3D Super Mario platforming game. Woohoo!
There are still enemies from Super Mario World that have never ever been featured in a Super Mario 3D platforming game. So I think that Rexes, Dino Rhinos, the smaller version of them, Dino Torches, the big bad gray Triceratops known as Resners, the chubby little dinosaur ghosts known as Eries, and last but not least, the sleeping fish who, if you swim too fast and wake him up, Rip Van Fish will be the 6th one that I think will appear. So there you go. That's 6 Super Mario World enemies that I think will be in this game for the very first time ever in a 3D Mario platforming game.
Prediction 26 is that Unagi, The giant eel from Super Mario 64 will make his long-awaited return. Oh no! Unagi scares Luigi so much. Oh, just the thought of it. Oh, I gotta go run and hide. Oh.
Wow, Luigi is really afraid of Unagi the giant eel. It was actually the first time that I was really afraid when I was playing a game. When I was a kid back in 1997 and I first played Super Mario 64, the eel in Jolly Roger Bay, after it came out of that sunken ship, was at the time the scariest thing I had ever seen in a video game. So why not make him bigger and scarier than ever before in this game? How about a fully redone Jolly Roger Bay? Sunken ship, eel, and all. It's time to scare a whole new generation of 3D Super Mario players.
Prediction 27 is that there will be a Mario Kart themed world or course in the game. Woohoo! Vroom, vroom, vroom! Zoom!
And the last 3D Mario game, if you want to call it a true Mario game, Super Mario 3D World, there was a course known as Mount Must Dash, and it was definitely a throwback to Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Even though Super Mario 3D World is one of the worst 3D Mario games, it still has some really cool courses in it. This was definitely a cool course. I think they should really step it up though in this game and give either a whole world dedicated to Mario Kart or a course, a secret course. There could even be a Mario Kart attraction or attractions and a theme park world. In this world or course, you get to drive around go-karts. But in these courses, you have to be able to leap over gaps, avoid obstacles, and use this vehicle to platform through these areas to reach the Power Star. Yes, you'll have full control over your vehicle, but you still have to be able to time your jumps and your dodges properly. There could also be other Mario Kart challenges where the go-kart moves automatically on a set path and you have to jump over the obstacles or the gaps as you make your way to the Power Star. So put more Mario Kart themed areas in this game, Nintendo. Please!
Oh, I'm so glad that we do not have to talk anymore about that big scary eel. Oh, it's so scary. Oh. Anyway, prediction 28 is that there will be armored enemies in this game. Woohoo!
There have been some armored enemies in the Super Mario Galaxy series, but not like the ones that I am going to predict are in this game. You will see armored versions of Koopa Troopas, Goombas, Cheep Cheeps, Lakitus. The only way to defeat them is by using the Hammer Brothers suit. After using the hammers to chip away the armor, it will break apart and then you can attack the enemy in a normal jump and stomp fashion. By defeating these enemies, you'll earn more coins from them, hearts to refill your health meter, or even win a special item or a Power Star.
Prediction 29 is that music boxes are finally back. Wahoo! Yippee!
Sorry, but Luigi got a little bit confused there. He said music boxes because he wasn't just referring to the music box. He was thinking of the warp whistle as the other music box. His blooper was cute. Yes, blooper from Super Mario Brothers series. That squid enemy. Whoop, 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 whoop. also known as a blue burr, with a B instead of a P. But anyway, cute mistake, so I left it in. I mean, Luigi thought that the villain from Friday the 13th was named Jacob. He also thought that he wore a football helmet instead of a hockey mask and used a sword instead of a machete. But anyway, I think the music box will be back in this game, and it's only made one appearance, and that is in Super Mario Bros. 3. I think that there will be courses or areas in a world where there will be lots and lots of Hammer, Boomerang, Sledge, or Sumo Brothers, and though you can run past them and dodge all the projectiles, it'll be really tough. So if you hit a note block, a music box will fly out and activate, and the song will put all of the Hammer or whatever brothers to sleep for a limited amount of time. The music box song from Super Mario 64 plays. You know, the one that plays when a piranha plant is sleeping? Well, as it was called in that game, Piranha Flower. And a timer appears showing how long the music box will play before it stops and the Hammer brothers, whatever brothers, will wake up. Each music box will play for a different amount of time. It might start out with a short time, then a long time, then a short time, then a really short time, and so on. Then they'll wake up again and you'll have to rush to get to the next music box. But this would be a really nice throwback to when in Super Mario Bros. 3, if you used a music box on the map screen, it would put all the Hammer brothers to sleep, so you could pass by them and not have to battle them.
If you noticed, I allowed my awesome brother Luigi to go twice, because I really wanted to get some A&W root beer and some Giovanni's pizza. Woohoo! He was so nice to let me go twice now. So, here we go! Prediction 30 is that the warp whistle is finally back.
I think the warp whistle from Super Mario Bros. 3 will finally be back in this one. And instead of using it to go to the warp zone, whenever you gain this item, when you're in the hub world or you're in a world, when you select it, Mario or whoever you're playing as will blow the classic tune into it, and you will be able to choose where you want to go. There will be different spots on the map for that hub world or world, and you just select one and press A. The magic warp whistle twister will blow in, sweep you up, and carry you off to the area that you selected. I don't think this is going to be an item that you're going to buy. Maybe by defeating one of the bosses of the game you earn this item. I don't think that Nintendo wants to make it too easy for players during the first run. That means that they're not going to allow us to use the warp whistle until much later on. That's why they'll give us Yoshi and other items so we can get around a lot faster. I think that after you defeat Bowser for the first time and see the end credits, you will unlock Princess Daisy, who had been captured by him, as a playable character. And she will reward you with the warp whistle.
Oh, and yes, the A&W root beer and the Giovanni's pizza both came from the Magic Duck fridge. The Giovanni's pizza of today is way too greasy for me. What year did it come from? Well, the root beer and the pizza all came from 1987. Anyway, for prediction 31, you will be able to switch to another selectable character with a special pipe in the game.
I think that it would be way too convenient to be able to pause the game and select the character that you want to play as on that pause screen. Instead, I think there will be pipes in the hub world, worlds, and in some courses. This pipe will be known as a team pipe. It will have a stripe or a dot or some shape that's the color of the characters that you have unlocked so far. That would mean that the regular characters that you can choose from the beginning will already have colors on this pipe. Now when you unlock other characters, those colors will appear on the pipe too, but there will be no indication, no blank space for another color, as it would just be a surprise and just pop up on the pipe once you've unlocked another character. One of the reasons why the game title will have switch in it is because you'll be doing a lot of switching between the characters. Remember that line of gold rings that was impossible for Mario to jump through? Well, if you could just jump in a team pipe into a little underground area where all the characters are gathered, touch the character you want to play as, mash the A button to confirm, and the character you once were will be there in the underground area, and then you can take the character that you have switched to and go up out of the pipe, and you can do that task. As I said before, Luigi could just long jump it and make it through all those gold rings at once, or Princess Peach with just a running jump could just glide through the rings in one jump. So what do you think?
Oh, that was just so nice for my awesome brother Mario to let me go twice, so I let him go twice. Oh, I don't want to have to announce this prediction. Oh. Well, I better do it really fast. Prediction 32 is that there will be clown enemies in the game. Oh, wow!
Poor Luigi has been greatly afraid of clowns since the first time he faced off against Lemmy Koopa many years ago in Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, why did he shout like that? And run away and hide? It was because when he was trembling so much, he tripped over one of the legs of the coffee table behind him, and that made him think that a clown tried to grab his right leg. Oh, sorry for laughing. I know chlorophobia is a real thing, but he is just so funny when he's scared. Forgive me, Luigi. Anyway, with all the craziness with clowns going on in the world this year, I think that Nintendo might decide to put some clown enemies in this game. There haven't been a lot of clown enemies in the Super Mario series. Who knows, maybe one of their faces will look like the one on the Koopa Copter that Bowser rides around in. Maybe that's where the look of the Koopa Copter comes from.
Oh, Luigi was so scared of all the clown dolls that Tidy 80s guy had all over the living room for Halloween this year. Oh, he is so scared of clowns. I feel so bad for him. Anyway, for prediction 33, there will be an amusement park world. Woohoo! Ha ha ha!
Amusement parks have already been featured in 3D Mario games, but they haven't been as big or as full of things to do and explore as what I am predicting. I think that there will be lots of rides based on past 2D Mario games. We'll see rides based on things from Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3, and Super Mario World. We might even see rides based on things from Super Mario Land 1, 2, and 3 for the Game Boy. They might even combine a ghost house with a fun house. That would be a great reason to have the clown enemies in there. There could even be games like there would be at a real amusement park where you can earn items, coins, and power stars. Who could be in control of this world? The Clown Koopa Prince himself, Lemmy Koopa.
Prediction 34 is that each Koopaling, Bowser Jr., Bowser, and his partner in crime will each have their own world.
That means that each Koopaling will rule over their own world. That means that Bowser has allowed them to take over whichever world they wanted. Like I said, Lemmy Koopa could be over the amusement park world. Roy Koopa, with his shades to protect his eyes from the bright sunlight, could be over a desert world. Ludwig von Koopa could be over a music-themed world. Remember when I mentioned the airship courses earlier in this video? Well, the airship could be connected to each world, and it will fly over the world. So when you look down from the airship, you see that world underneath you. That also means that Bowser Jr., Bowser, and his mysterious partner in crime will each have their own worlds. I just hope that they do something much different than just putting Bowser in a world full of lava and castles. I also hope that they put his partner in crime in a world that is unique to the game he came from. And I do say he because I think that Wart or Tatanga could be Bowser's partner in crime. So if Wart is picked, then his world will consist of Super Mario Bros. 2 elements. And if Tatanga is picked, then his world could be Sarasaland from Super Mario Land. Prediction 35 is that a character can lose their headwear. Oh no! Remember in Super Mario 64 when he would lose his cap? It could be when Klepto the Condor would swoop down in Shifting Sandland and steal his cap. Or when Whoosh on Tall Tall Mountain would blow it off of his head. Or when the big snowman of Snowman's Land would blow him off the platform, Mario would lose his cap again. Then he would have to run and get it back, but if he got hurt on the way, he would take more damage. I think that in this game, Klepto the Condor could come back, and there could be other dangers that could cause the character you're playing as to lose their headwear. That means that Princess Peach could lose her crown. And Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi each wear caps, so they could lose them too. There could even be challenges where you lose your cap on purpose and you have to make it through a long gauntlet of enemies and traps to retrieve your cap and reach the Power Star. It hasn't been featured since Super Mario 64, and it is way past time to bring this back.
Prediction 36 is that there will be lots of enemies from Super Mario Bros. 2. Woohoo!
With Super Mario 3D World and Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, both containing elements from Super Mario Bros. 2, such as being able to pick up and throw objects, along with Shy Guys, keys, locked doors, and more in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This all leads me to believe that the direction they are going for in this next game is one that not only includes enemies from all the other Mario games, but that means that this will be the very first 3D Super Mario game that will feature Shy Guys, along with Birdo, Mouser, Claw Grip, Tweeters, Hoopsters, Ninjas, and many more. This is also leading up to the possibility that Wart is Bowser's partner in crime. Prediction 37 is that there will be lots of enemies from Super Mario Land. Woohoo! Like I said an hour before in this video, if this game features a lot of Super Mario Galaxy series elements, then Bowser's partner in crime could be Tatanga, the mysterious spaceman. If that is the case, then this game will feature a lot of enemies from Super Mario Land. The thing is that that game was on the green and dark green screened Game Boy. There has never been an official full-color version of that game. The enemies are definitely colored on the front cover of the box for Super Mario Land and in the official Super Mario Land comics. So we'll see what colors Nintendo decides to make these enemies if they are in this game. And I think that they might be. Well, Super Mario and Super Luigi Mario were so tired after all the work that they've done in this episode that both have fallen into a very deep sleep behind me on the couch. They're in such a deep sleep that neither one of them is snoring, and that is very odd for these two. So now you're stuck with me as I'm about to deliver the final 3 Super Mario Switch predictions. Prediction 38 is that for the first time ever in a 3D Super Mario game, there will be a sunken ghost ship. If you remember back in Super Mario 3D World, in World 3, there was a course known as Pipeline Lagoon. About the middle of that course, there was a section with a bunch of glass pipes. The water was darker than it was in any other part of the game. There, in the mysterious background, were really big sunken ships. There was no way to explore them as you were stuck in those glass pipes as they shot you forward. So I think that Nintendo could have been hinting at the fact that there will be a sunken ghost ship in this game. I was fascinated with the sunken ghost ship in Super Mario World, which was the first time that it ever appeared. Then there was a sunken ship that kind of reminded you of the one in Super Mario World in Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars. It also appeared in some different forms in a couple other games. But the closest we ever gotten to a sunken ghost ship in a 3D Super Mario game, in my opinion, was in Super Mario Galaxy. But the thing was, the ship was not sunken. It was floating atop the water. So you could climb aboard it and explore a little bit and get some coins and stuff, but it was not sunken. Yet there were ghosts around it. In this game, I think that you are going to be able to use the frog suit to dive really deep into the ocean to reach the sunken ghost ship. If you try to do so in your regular form, you will drown. There won't be enough air bubbles, and you just will not be able to make it to the bottom. Once you swim inside with the frog suit, you'll have to navigate a series of rooms. It could be like a big maze. I think there should definitely be some throwbacks to Super Mario World's sunken ghost ship. There could be one room with all kinds of boos that fade in and out and change the look on their faces. And I think to finish the course, you should have to grab the question mark crystal ball that was in Super Mario World's sunken ghost ship. Of course, it would look a lot better and it would be in 3D. The crystal, that is. To make it even better, they could put a boss in here like a gigantic skeleton blooper. That would be really cool. They could put 2 or 3 power stars just in this sunken ghost ship area. So what do you think? Do you think the sunken ghost ship will finally make a real appearance in a 3D Super Mario game? Prediction 39 is that areas of the Mushroom Kingdom will be based off of world-famous countries here on Earth. About a month ago, people on the internet were theorizing that the areas shown in that 6 to 7 second clip of Super Mario Switch in the Nintendo Switch preview trailer were based on countries here on this planet. This idea was backed up by Shigeru Miyamoto wearing a Samurai Mario shirt on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon a couple weeks ago. They were showing off the soon-to-be-released iPhone and coming next year to Android phones, Super Mario Run. And as a big surprise, afterward, Reggie Fils-Aimé showed off the Nintendo Switch and let Jimmy Fallon play it. Shigeru Miyamoto was also seen playing the world-famous overworld theme for Super Mario Bros. With the Tonight Show band, The Roots. GRRRRreatly Special Link number 1 shows Super Mario Run and the Nintendo Switch, along with some scenes of Shigeru Miyamoto in the Samurai Mario shirt. GRRRRreatly Special Link number 2 shows Shigeru Miyamoto playing with The Roots, the overworld theme of Super Mario Bros. So maybe, just maybe, this Samurai Mario wasn't just used to promote Super Mario Run, as the Japanese language on his shirt translates to run. Maybe it points to Samurai Mario as a brand new power-up in Super Mario Switch. Also would indicate that the areas of the Mushroom Kingdom will be based on real-world countries. Don't forget that in Super Mario 3D World, there were a couple areas that were based off of Japan. I think this theory is one of the ones of this long list that makes the most sense. Don't you? And now for the 40th and final prediction of mine for Super Mario Switch! It is that the true final boss will not be Bowser. I think that after several times of you fighting Bowser, his partner in crime is tired of seeing him failing. So, after the final time that you fight Bowser, the one right before the end credits, and after those credits roll, right before it says the end, Bowser's partner in crime will betray him. He says, "I'm tired of you losing all the time." Then he opens up a portal to his world. And if Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is any indication, then the final boss could be Wart, and you have to fight him in Subcon from Super Mario Bros. 2. Because of all the Super Mario Bros. 2 references in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. But then again, if there are a lot of elements from the Super Mario Galaxy series, then maybe you have to go to Sarasaland from Super Mario Land and fight Tatanga as the final boss. Could that mean that after you beat the game, then Bowser becomes a playable character to help you to defeat either Wart, Tatanga, or a brand new villain? Well, that's it for all the predictions. But I have one final GRRRReatly Special Link. So for GRRRReatly Special Link number 3, it will take you to an article from My Nintendo News from a couple years ago that indicates that Super Mario Switch is going to be the next open world 3D Super Mario platforming game since Super Mario Sunshine. And these are words straight from Nintendo. Now that all the predictions are done, please feel free to comment down below this video. Which predictions do you think make the most sense? Which predictions do you think are most likely to not come true? Please give me feedback! Now I'm going to go change, and I will be back in a minute or two. Okay, everybody, I am back. And for the first time, TYME ever, I am wearing my Christmas green Santa Claus Don't Stop Believin' shirt. Or as WWE superstar, the inspirational Bo Dallas would say, don't stop believing. Anyway, I am greatly tired as it has been a very busy, greatly busy Christmas Eve. A lot of you are asking, where's the rest of the Halloween Video World episodes or the Thanksgiving episodes? And the truth is, after that really disappointing Halloween party, I was very depressed. I pulled down everything off of the walls here in the museum and everything outside, and in a day all the decorations were down. Like I said, after that I was very depressed and I didn't really want to do any more Halloween videos except for the one that I did. Then with all the Thanksgiving things that were going on, I didn't have any time to do a Thanksgiving video. So there you go. That's why there was no more Halloween Video World episodes or Thanksgiving ones. But I will say that I will be covering some Halloween stuff about the party and some other surprises probably in February of next year. So with all that being said, I really hope that everybody enjoyed this greatly big Christmas present. Especially you, Devlin. I have a big announcement to make. Well, Christmas is almost here and it's taken me this long to release this episode. You know, I crammed it all in on Christmas Eve. But I've been so busy before then that I have not been able to get an episode up. So to make up for all that lost time, TYME, I will be bringing you a lot of late Christmas Video World episodes throughout January and possibly into February. So what do you think about that? On January 12th, the Nintendo Switch presentation will finally take place at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, live from Tokyo, Japan. So it's time, TYME, to get HYPED hyped. And if you want some extra hype, just come back and watch this video a couple hours before the presentation so you can kill some time before they show so much more on the Nintendo Switch and Super Mario Switch and whatever games and features that they're going to talk about. Well, I'm really tired and I really need to go to bed very soon because I have a long shift tomorrow at Wally World on Christmas Eve and plans to get together with some of my best friends that are not Super Mario, Super Luigi Mario, Louis Fluis, or Doc Brown. I'm planning on getting together with my best friends Michael Bentley, Lisa Miller, Scott Hudson, and Lisa's mother, Deborah Hubbard. As for the cast of Video World, they'll be spending Christmas Eve and the next week with their family and friends. So, have a great night or day, depending on where you are, and be fantastically chipperific. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And in the words of Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol, God bless us, everyone. Goodbye. In the next episode, I will be telling you about my first Christmases at the end of 2016 and into early 2017. So, in the next episode, I'll see you all in 2017! Yay!